Hi there, my name is Eli and welcome back to my channel, Jack Elijah. And today I have a double feature. We have two of the new Monster High Howliday dolls. We have Skelita Calaveras for the Dia de Muertos edition, and then we have Clawdeen Wolf for the Winter edition. And these two came out in pretty quick succession from one another. Like, I got these both at Target basically at the same time. And Target just had Target Circle Week, so I was able to save a decent amount of money on both of these, which I was very excited for. I got them at Target for $45.49. So I would sort of consider these like on the lower spectrum of collector dolls, the lower tier. They're not like $80 like Haute Couture dolls. Even the Fang Vote Rochelle is $90. Those new Monster High Off-White dolls are $150. So if you are looking for something that feels a little bit more deluxe, a little bit more collector, I feel like these are a good option, you know? I have fingerprints on mine. That's awesome. But yeah, I feel like that's a good option, you know? You can keep them in box. The boxes are nice. They have really nice matte and gloss finishing, some artwork of the dolls on the back. I would prefer artwork, but, you know, the photos are fine, I guess. But yeah, they are nice, like I said, low-tier collector dolls. I don't think they are as scarce as people had initially thought. So last year, Draculaura was the first one to come out in this series, and because she was the first one and because it was Draculaura, I don't think we really knew what the vibes were yet for the series, and she was selling out pretty quickly. You know, I think people thought she was going to be more rare than she initially was. And since Draculaura, we had Cleo and Deuce, which came out for Valentine's Day, but they called it like the Love Edition, I think, which I don't think that was really popular. I don't think people liked that one. I didn't really like it, and I didn't pick them up. And now we have our third and fourth installments in the Howliday series, and I think these are a step up from Cleo and Deuce. How will they fare to Draculaura? I'm not sure yet, but I do really like them from what I've seen in the box, just peeking in at them. And rumor has it that the 5th edition to this collection will be another Valentine's Day themed, and I think it's supposed to be Draculaura and Claude Wolf, which I'm excited about. And these are G1 style dolls, so if you are someone who maybe isn't a fan of G3 and you're kind of pining for that nostalgia, these are great options for you to get like G1 dolls that are brand new, currently on the market. You know, you don't have to go secondhand on like eBay or Mercari or whatever. So if that's something that sounds like it's of interest to you, these might be up your alley. I like them, but I have to say, controversially, I kind of like G3 more than G1 at this point. I'm obsessed with G3. I do love G1 too, but I'm not really like yearning and like pining for them. I'm not like scouring eBay and Mercari for G1 dolls. Like, I have some G1 dolls and I like the G1 dolls that I have, but I don't know. I'm having a fun time with G3. So that's where I'm at on the topic. Take it how you will. But yeah, I think we should crack into these now. Yeah, let's go. Okay, very quickly, let's just go over the boxes. Here is Skelita. Stunning. The gold foiling for the logo is very nice. Like, there are nice touches that do make it feel deluxe, but overall it is pretty simple, you know. But I think this one's gorgeous. Like, if I were to keep any of these Howliday dolls in box, it would be Skelita for sure. This box is stunning. You can see some of those glossy details. Monster High Howliday Skelita Calaveras for Dia de Muertos. There is the write-up. I also really like how, because it's celebrating Dia de Muertos, the first write-up is in Spanish. You know, typically the write-ups are always in English, and then the other languages come secondary after that. So I like that the Spanish write-up was the first one. I appreciate that touch. But yeah, just one solo picture of Skelita right there. And then as far as Clawdeen goes, there she is. I think this is less nice than Skelita's, but it's still pretty. And then she gets a purple foiling for the Monster High Howliday logo. Lots of like snowflake and spiderweb motifs for her. There's her write-up. She seems to get English, Spanish, French, and maybe Portuguese. I'm not sure. And then there are two photos of her. Gorgeous, gorgeous. But yeah, that's all the boxes entail. Now let's crack into them. Okay, so I have unboxed both Skelita and Clawdeen, and we can now get into them and see what they're all about. So we're going to start off with Clawdeen Wolf, the winter edition. Here is what she looks like. Her hair is nice and huge. It's saran, and I like the color blend. It is like a purple and blue. It looks like there's maybe 3 shades of hair, maybe 2, I can't tell. But it's pretty in real life. It's just very like box hair, but there's no product in it. It's very soft. So, you know, if you're someone who doesn't like styling hair, this is totally adequate to just take out of box and put on the shelf. But I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to try to wash the hair. And then she has like a headpiece, like this sort of like crown with moons on it, stars. It's really pretty. There's just no paint detail. And then it was tea-tied to the side of her head, but I don't like when these are tea-tied, so I cut those. And here's what her hair looks like. She has this middle part with these front bang tendrils. You see they're like stuck back there. There you go. That's probably the most like defined curl on this doll's head, are these 2 front tendrils right here. And then they are tied with another piece of hair to kind of frame her face. They look really pretty. And then this is like this amount of hair is tied up right there, as you can see. And it just sort of sits back like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this hairstyle or what I'm going to do, but yeah. And then she does not have her ears pierced, but there is holes where maybe the piercings would go. Her face is a little plain. I was hoping for something a little bit more special. I don't know, the lips are nice. They do look prettier in real life because they have this really nice sort of holographic glitter on them that doesn't really capture as well on camera. But her makeup just feels a little plain. You know, there's gold and purple eyeshadow. You know, the lashes are really pretty, but it just feels a little basic and plain. Like I wish it was a little bit more special, maybe some glitter like in the liner. I don't know, something. And then she has a necklace and like a bracelet that match, as you can see. They both have, this one has like silver embedded glitter, but this one doesn't seem like it does. Only on one hand though do we get the bracelet. And you have to take the whole hand off. It's like, you can't just like pull it off. You're gonna have to remove the hand if you want to take this off. And then she does have a belt in the same sort of plastic color as her headband. I was like looking for it. I'm like, where'd that thing go? And it just goes on easily like that. And I think people a lot of the time fear that if you cut the T-ties off and take this off, it's not gonna stay. But look at, there's no T-ties and it's like on there. So do not fear. I think it's better to remove the T-ties personally. It just depends. It's really situational. And then she has like an infinity fur stool. So it is one like donut, like a loop. But I really like it. You can sort of do a lot with it. It has a lot of styling potential. The fur quality is nicer than what we see in like Mattel's Playline dolls, so I appreciate that. And then let's just slide it off and take a look at it real quick. Okay, so just some white fur. You can see it's like a loop. And then there is where it is sewed together. So, but I do like it. I feel like without it, like it sort of doesn't feel as luxurious. Definitely not as winter. Like this is like, this alone is making this feel more wintry. So that's nice. And then her dress is a strapless gown with like a sweetheart neckline. It's really pretty, really nicely tailored to Clawdeen's body. You can see the construction of the dress has multiple panels, which is very nice. And this is so reflective and so pretty. I love this design. It's sort of like a smoky, starry night with different shades of like light purple to dark purple. And there is metallic foiling on it with spider webs, moons, and stars. The only con to this dress is that it is not lined. So as you display her, like depending on how you have the dress, like right now, this tool is like wild. I have to fix that. But you can see like if that side peeks out, you just have that fabric right there. I feel like I would have appreciated it if that was lined, but I can forgive it, I guess. And then there is this tulle skirt that goes on. I think this is a separate piece, but I will confirm once I wash her hair and like take off her fashion to see what's going on with each piece. But yeah, I think this is a separate piece. And then as far as shoes go, we have these heels. They are a translucent purple with like also silver embedded glitter. and they have a really cool like no heel, as you can see. Very like avant-garde. I really like them. Just a little bit of gold paint on that moon there. And I can't really tell what the design is meant to be, if it's like crystalline or if it's like rope, but they are really nice. I think they're cool. They're not like the best shoes we've seen from Monster High, but I like them. And then her stand is a translucent purple, and it is a saddle stand. So I like the saddle stands sometimes. Like, I feel like this one works adequately, so I'm not mad at it. But yeah, that is Clawdeen. Let me put her stool back on, and then we'll go on to Skelita. Okay, moving on to Skelita. So this is what she looks like out of the box. She's cool. She's okay. I think, I don't know. I think I have some issues with her, but that's fine. But yeah, she has this like marigold headpiece. I do like that because it has some paint detail. And I cut off the T-ties so you can just easily remove it. This is what it looks like. Has some sugar skulls that are actually painted, but then the backside is just hollow, which I don't know. Overall, I think this piece is a little bulky. I think they could have come up with a headpiece that just felt a little bit more delicate. It just looks so chunky, and it is just a chunky piece of plastic. So like, it is what it looks like, right? And it's just okay. It's just, I'm not vibing with it, but it came with the doll. It seems like it's an integral piece to her design. So for that reason, I'm just gonna have to suck it up, I guess. But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of it. And then here is Skelita's hair, also saran, and feels really soft. There's no product in it. Doesn't have like curls, but like a wavy texture, wavy pattern, I should say. And I love this like teal color. Oh, it's so vivid. I just am obsessed with this bluey teal. And that definitely is like tied in throughout her design on her face, which, speaking of her face, that's her best selling point, is this face. And I have to say, online I was a little skeptical with how much like gray sort of like smokiness was around her eyes, but I am fine with it. I don't mind it. I think it looks fine. And the face up is so gorgeous. This is my first G1 Skelita doll, so I was really excited to get her to see what Skelita was all about. And I think she's doing a good job at representing the character. Like, even just like, look at this, no ears. Like, I'm learning so much about the mold of Skelita. The lips are stunning. I love the blue and the pinks together. And then she has a necklace. It's not painted, it's just two different shades of plastic. Maybe they glued it together, I'm not sure. Then she comes with some bracelets on each hand. She has 6 bracelets in total. I feel like where my issues with Skelita kick in is basically everything else. Like, head up, I love this doll, but like, I don't know, I just not really vibing with her dress. It's just right here, this fabric I'm not a fan of. It's like black with like metallic gold thread. These sort of like sleeves, these shoulder puffs, just a surged edge with like a surged hem in pink, just doesn't feel very deluxe. Even this elastic gold ribbon feels very not good. And then the dress is fine. Like, this pattern is a little less terrible than, say, the way they did Cleo and Deuce. Like, the design's pretty. You have different skelettes with butterflies, spider webs. It's nice. It's pretty. The colors are nice. But then, like, this is just, like, kind of ugly, right? Like, this fabric doesn't feel nice. It doesn't look that nice. There is gold glitter embedded in it, which that is a plus. And then there's, like, 2 layers of this, like, pink magenta tulle. But where I start to take issue is this has no natural shape built in. They literally have this like plastic cone underneath that's meant to keep the shape of this dress. And like, I'm gonna remove this and cut this off because I don't want this just staying in there. But I'm nervous that when I do, this dress is gonna lose its shape and its form, which begs the question, why didn't they just like give her like a petticoat underneath? I don't know. It's Mattel, that's why. And then here are her shoes. I wish there was paint detail on this part, because you can see the mold is gorgeous. There's like flowers and skelettes mixed in. One yellow shade of paint is not doing them justice whatsoever. Is there anything on the bottom? No. But yeah, I think she's nice. I think she's fine. I think I don't have a Skelita doll, so that was my like biggest reason for getting her. But like, it's really up to you if you're interested in her. I actually have to say I kind of like Clawdeen better. But yeah, I just feel a little underwhelmed with Skelita, unfortunately. I just think like the style and like the design I'm not really impressed by, let alone like the material choice of the fabrics. Like, at least if the silhouette and the design was nice, that'd be one thing, but I'm just not liking really anything about the dress, which is sad, but she's still gorgeous doll. So yeah, now I'm going to prep them and wash their hair, and then we'll close this out. Okay, just wanted to mention a few quick things before I redress these two. So first, I love Skelita's body. It is so cool. I, have never owned a Skelita doll before, and I've seen pictures, but seeing it in real life, seeing how cool the mold is for her body, I'm thoroughly impressed. It is a little sad that, most of the cool sculpting and details are covered by her dress, but I just thought she looked so cool. What an amazing sculpt. So very happy that we're getting a G1 Skelita. And then as for Clawdeen goes, I just wanted to show off that her dress and her like tulle underlayer are separate pieces. And you can see it is specifically sewed to bunch and flare out to sort of create that drama like that. But whereas this is held with Velcro, this just has like an elastic for the waistband, but my elastic is already tearing and ripping, which has me really nervous to put this back on. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna I don't know if that's what it's gonna be like for all of the dolls. Maybe it's just mine and I just got, a bad one. But I did want to show that real quick, that this is separate, and unfortunately mine teared a little bit. But yeah, now I'm gonna redress these dolls and see what they're looking like. Okay, y'all, I am back. The dolls are all dressed up and their hair is washed, conditioned, we're ready to go and give our closing thoughts. So I think we'll start with Skelita. I do think she looks really pretty. Like right here, all posed and everything. I think she's gorgeous. The skirt actually surprisingly does sort of like maintain its shape, even without that like plastic piece that was underneath. Let me show you. This is what it looked like. I took it out. But yeah, I was nervous that it wasn't going to really like keep its form. It does. Oh, these stands, I swear, are just the absolute worst. But look at her, how beautiful, even after a little tumble. That's just a testament. And I feel like people have said in the past that Skelita is very fragile because of her like skeleton body, but she took that fall like a champ. Oh my gosh. Skelita, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, while I fix Skelita, I'll talk about Clawdeen. I actually love Clawdeen and the way she turned out with her hair. I managed to get it to be this really nice, voluminous curl, and I love it so much. It reminds me of Diana Ross, and I feel like it sort of just adds to the fantasy of this doll, the glamour, the drama. I love how voluminous it is. It was really fun to work with. A little challenging because I washed it with cold water because I wanted to keep that curl pattern. So I'm sure there's going to be someone out there, or plenty of people out there, who straighten this doll's hair. I'm not going to be doing that today for you. But, if you're interested in that, I'm sure you'll find it elsewhere. But I wanted to keep this curl pattern, and it definitely, sorry, y'all. There she is. Cool. It definitely, like, pushed her over the edge for me. Like, I just am obsessed with her now. Look at that. When I washed her, I just took down this elastic and then I put it back up after the hair was all dry. I just kept these pieces tied because I didn't want to have to redo that. But yeah, I feel like the voluminous hair just adds to this gorgeous silhouette. And she's stunning. I really love her, I have to say. And that's so unexpected because I fully went into this thinking I would like Skelita more than Clawdeen. And I'm leaving it liking Clawdeen more, which feels a little blasphemous, but I'm just gonna own it. Like, if you were to have to pick between these two, I would say Clawdeen. If you can afford both and you want both, great, go for it. But if you have to just pick one, yeah, I'm gonna say Clawdeen. Yeah, I just don't really vibe with this dress. But overall, I do like her. Like, I would give Skelita like a 7 out of 10, whereas I'm probably gonna give Clawdeen like a 9 out of 10. That's where I stand on this. So yeah, let me now bring out Draculaura from last year, just so we can see sort of like, you're kidding. Okay, Skelita, girl, what has gone into you? She's still gorgeous. Look at her. She doesn't care. She still serving despite falling 3 times in this video. Okay, Skelita, please, 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 please. I sense another fall coming, y'all, but we're just gonna see. It's these stands, and I think it's just her little skeleton body is like not built for it. They should have given her a different stand. Okay, I'm not gonna touch her. She's gonna stay there for the rest of this video. Okay, Draculaura was the first one released in the Howliday series last fall, winterish time, and that is what they all look like together. Clawdeen is like off off the camera. Okay, are we good? We're good. I still love Draculaura. I did undo her hair, wash and condition it, put it back up. She does have tinsel, which, you know, not a lot of people like tinsel, but it's fine. It's pretty. It's like winter fantasy, so I get why she had it. And look, it looks really pretty on camera. I loved the pink and black inverse bangs, kind of giving like candy cane moment. And, you know, even when she was released, she still had some details that were like to be desired. Like her boots don't have any extra paint details, her snowflake crown, her little snowflake chest piece. But overall, I think just pink and black are so cute for like a holiday time. So I like how these two, Clawdeen and Draculaura, both kind of like stay true to their color scheme while giving you like a winter fantasy. But even now, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of still liking Clawdeen a little bit more than Draculaura. I don't know. She's just really grown on me in this like past couple hours that I've been playing with her. So yeah, that's what they all look like lined up together. I don't have Cleo and Deuce, sadly. Well, not sadly, because I don't want them, but I just don't have them. But yeah, this is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan on picking up Skelita or Clawdeen, or if you've already picked them up because, you know, you're like me and you wanted a deal for Target Circle Week. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. My name is Eli, and this is my channel, Jackulija, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Should we just do one last time for posterity's sake?